Hi guys! So today we are going to talk about a book that, a comic book or a graphic novel that came out recently. It is called Gary Gygax and the Creation of D&D. It's The Rise of the Dungeon Master, which we received in the mail and I have had a chance to read. I've actually had a chance to read it twice and I've been holding on to this review for a while and I haven't wanted to post anything. It is the story of Gary Gygax and the invention of Dungeons and Dragons, which is fascinating to me because I'm really into RPGs right now and I've just gotten into them. So this is a really nice sort of introduction to the history. Now the reason I've been holding off doing a review for this, or sort of a general reaction to this, is because I haven't wanted to say that this is so true or this is so accurate, because I don't really know the history of D&D. I mean, I know the general history of D&D, and I know that Gary Gygax invented it, but I didn't grow up with this. This isn't something that I sort of knew from day one. So the information included in here, it's a great story, and the way that it's written and portrayed and displayed is a fantastic story. Whether or not all of it's true, I don't know the answer to that. However, the writer of this book, David Kushner, excuse me, he wrote this based on a 2008 Wired magazine profile that he did on Gygax. So I would imagine that some people probably fact check this. So I would say mostly true with a grain of salt because it is a graphic novel. The book is sort of in first person and flips back and forth. It has several chapters in it where it really goes into his inspiration, his development of it with all the people who were involved. And I liked that it made it accessible. I thought that was really nice, that it is a very nice little concise history of sort of how D&D came into the world, sort of the progression over time, because it does follow sort of the initial beginnings all the way through the 80s and 90s and sort of the evolution over time, how the company, TSR, changed, how, you know, all the way up to today where we have this renaissance of RPG games, of tabletop games, of Dungeons and Dragons, and I am part of that. Like, this is not something that I ever thought that I would be into. I didn't understand it, and now I'm a huge D&D or RPG nerd. I really am. So let's talk about this book for a second, because that is what we're here to talk about today. The art itself is quite excellent. I was really impressed with the art. I typically like full color art. They have some nice weapon pages and everything. I like full color art usually, but I thought this was kind of nice because it harkens to the concept of, you know, D&D was originally pencil and paper. It was pencil and paper and dice, and that was it. That was it, and a group of friends sitting around coming up with this idea that this guy had based off of some other war game types of things that he had seen. You know, he was the one who was like, hey guys, let's use a D20, which is awesome. And now that's such a thing for people today. The book and the story are very well paced. It's very well written. I like it. I really do. And I like that it talks about, like, modern day, how 5th edition came to be, sort of the people who are promoting it these days. They don't mention Critical Role, but that's okay. But they do mention a lot of the other people who are a part of it, and it really is the story of Gary Gygax's life. I really like it. You can pick it up today in any, like, comic book store. Probably you could get it at any of the major retailers of regular books as well, or you could order it on Amazon. It's a very nice quality book, and I think it's a nice, if you're interested in this as a topic, you'll absolutely love reading this and looking at the pictures and seeing it brought to life in graphic novel form. If you aren't into it, give it a read. You might be like, oh, I didn't realize how much of an effect this had on the world around me, and how many people are really into it, which is really cool, really cool. I will say that it made me want to learn more about the history about Gygax, about everyone who was involved, because I think there are a lot of sides to this story. It seemed like there was some embroilment that happened, and so that's why I say I'm taking this with a grain of salt, and I want to do more research and I want to learn more. That being said, I can't, you know, thank Gary Gygax enough for creating this awesome game that we all love to play. So that is my very short and sweet review of Rise of the Dungeon Master, which you can pick up now. And it is very good, and it is a very nice present for anyone who is interested in this or likes tabletop games, or, you know, has any interest at all in this topic. It's really good. It's really good. I'll probably read it a few more times as well, because I did really like the art and the story. So, all right, I think that is it for today. Pick up a copy. Let me know what you think. If you've read it already, please comment below. And I can't wait to read some more stuff like this in the future. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.